How's it going, guys? Steven here, and welcome back to my channel, Aspie. One of the things I want to talk about was how to motivate someone on the autism spectrum. Motivating someone on the spectrum can be very difficult because we see autism as a very negative mental disorder, they call it. And it's sad that we look at autism as very negative, but how can we motivate someone on the spectrum? So I came up with 4 different things that you can do to increase the motivation on someone on the spectrum and take on life with more excitement and just to be happier with their lives. So one of the first things I found that really helps and motivates and gets rid of the roadblocks in life is knowing that autism does not define you, but you're just with autism. Remembering that principle is super important, because if we let the autism define us and we say that we are just autistic, we're saying that we are a victim of the autism. It's important that we look at autism as more of something that we're just living with, instead of trying to look at it as an enemy and something that we need to get rid of. So when we think of autism, we think of autism as like all these issues of social communication and things like that, but the thing is that when you're autistic, I would say theoretically, people on the spectrum, in my opinion and based on my own experiences, that we get frustrated or depressed and have anxiety on things because we really don't understand the world. So what I mean by that is, we're not interested on how the world works, but why the world works the way it is. Another way that you can influence someone on the autism spectrum is to really figure out what their strengths and their interests are. So focusing on whatever their interests, if it's like photography or something like that, or dance, I would say for me, use that as an outlet, or just something to use to grow in socially. So this is one of the most effective tools to be able to have a better social life. So really take that on and use that to your advantage. It may be difficult at first because most people on the spectrum, or some people I would say, tend to not like to be around people because of the anxiety. But using this to your advantage will allow you to surround people that have similar interests to you, and it'll be a little bit easier to find that one person that will respect you and accept you for the way you are. And what I'm talking about motivating someone on the autism spectrum is letting the goal not be to be normal or to be a neurotypical. We should embrace living with autism. This is what we're coping with every day, and we're just with it. We get too caught up in trying to change something that we can't control. Like autism, we can't cure. It's something we can't control. It's something that will be with us for the rest of our lives. But we put so much energy into controlling that one particular thing, and we wonder why we're not successful in becoming normal, and because we'll never be normal. So what should you do instead? Instead, the goal should be working hard in getting those basic social skills to navigate through the world. That should be the key. The key is to get to your basic minimum level. Everything else will either you'll get through experience or just watching people. One of the reasons why that trying to be normal is not a good idea when you're on the spectrum is that it holds you back from life, and it makes you feel very defeated, like you worry about more of your flaws than your strengths. So, and because of that, you're not able to reach your full potential. So remember this: autism is with you, but autism is not you. Remember that. If you can remember that, it's gonna help you out in every aspect of your life.